Price. So that is what this is all about. Hopefully the audio is clear. Let's see whether the mustache is okay. Hopefully everything is fine. Nikko Price being the guy who knocked out an opponent on the ground using hammer fist from bottom position. So he's one of the first. So we are going to be discussing that. Hopefully the audio is fine. Hopefully the video is fine. And hopefully all is set. Ways to watch the fight. If you have cable, you need to go Sony ESPN. And in case my voice is a little muffled, that is because of the mic. I will be trying to talk a little louder than usual. Nikko Price is entering the octagon, being the first fighter to open the main card. If you remember, in his last fight, he did knock out his opponent from bottom position. So that is really something to look forward to. If you can see, I am watching this on my phone, which is kind of unbelievable. But yes, I am watching this on my phone right now. And I will also be sharing the ways to watch this on your phone for free. So that is all there is to say. Nikko Price is riding back-to-back wins, second shortest average fight time amongst the active UFC welterweights. One of the two fighters in UFC history with KO from bottom position. That is what Nikko Price is all about. I am going to be favoring Abdulrazak Al Hassan though in this fight. He's got some heavy hands, to say the least. So all set for UFC 228, the main card right about to begin. A lot of great fights, a lot of great updates. Nika Montano dropping out of her scheduled UFC featherweight fight against Valentina Shevchenko, which unfortunately could not happen. She was transported to the hospital. It says that she was not feeling well. That is why they had to transport her. So that is what it's all about. And in case you are on a mobile phone, I would request you to watch the fights by downloading this app. This app may not be available in your country, but if it is, you could watch these fights with me on a mobile phone for free every time UFC goes for a pay-per-view. Just make sure you are connected to a strong Wi-Fi signal. That is what you need to be connected with. And once again, welcome to all the listeners who are joining in for UFC 228. Woodley versus Till. Let me know what you guys have got as predictions for the main event. I am gonna be going with maybe with Till this time because too much of pressure. Tyron might not be able to take it. Meanwhile, Abdulrazak Al Hassan also riding back-to-back win streak. All 9 of his finishes are through first round knockouts and 5 knockdowns in his short UFC career. Yellow trunks for Abdul Razak Al Hassan, who is a bomber but does have the propensity to fade during the later rounds. So let's hear it for the tail of the tape. Hassan is 33, whereas Nikko Price is 28. Nikko Price is 2 inches taller and will have a 3-inch reach advantage to start off the proceedings for the main card of UFC 228. Twirling of the mustaches, Bruce Buffer is in the building. New referee, because this is happening in Dallas, Texas. Once again, welcome to all the listeners who have tuned in. After you download GeoTV app, go to Sony ESPN channel, where these fights are actually happening for free and live all the time, no lag in the stream. Always you will be getting a lot of fights for free using this method. Remember, we showed it here first. No other channel in the history of broadcasting has given you ways to watch UFC fights for free. That too, pay-per-views. Who the hell does that? So maybe leave a like, sub to the channel. We would really appreciate it. Helps in growing the channel. You could watch the fights as we break them down. Hassan is having a 9-fight career with victories and only 1 defeat. Both of these fighters are known to be good starters. So let us see what happens with the fights. Here we go. Oh god, I kind of messed this up. Let me go back. Yes, we're gonna go back right into UFC 228. If you do not believe me, watch this, guys. This is what's happening on the app. As you can see, we can watch the fights for free. I am not faking this. Abdulrazak Al Hassan throwing bombs early, overhand rights. Nikko Price wants to go for the takedown. Overhand right after overhand right. Lot of connections. My goodness, Nikko Price is out. And Al Hassan just gets it done via viciousness. Oh my god. Just a non-stop barrage of punches. The crowd is going berserk. My goodness, Nikko Price was knocked out cold. My goodness, what a fight. What a barrage. What a barrage by Abdulrazak Al Hassan. My goodness, he did not give Nikko Price any space. Nikko Price tried to go for a takedown, but man, he could not accomplish it. Al Hassan finishes it via knockout. My goodness, just relentless from the beginning. Overhand right after overhand right. Boom, boom. Man, boom. Right hand after right hand. Oh, the back fist. My goodness, what a barrage by Al Hassan. My goodness, what a combination. Wow, what a finish. What a finish. Man, Abdulrazak Al Hassan is known for his viciousness. My goodness, did we get an exhibition of how it's done. Whew, what a finish. What a finish. Al Hassan by vicious knockout. So in case you're wondering how to watch these fights for free, oh my goodness, is this a good place to start. Download the GeoTV app and then go to Sony ESPN and watch these fights for free, everybody, for absolutely nothing. Make sure you have a stable Wi-Fi connection, and we will all be set to watch these fights for free together. 10th first round finish for Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Hopefully the audio is clear. If somebody could confirm on the comment section, we could continue with the stream. My goodness, what a finish by Al Hassan. Abdul Razak saying he thought that he would be taken down by Nikko Price, but that did not happen. He standed and traded with him. My goodness, what a finish. What do you guys think, people? Off the main card, who do you think is going to be fight of the night? My goodness, what a finish. What a finish. Nikko Price was out. He hit his own knee while he was falling down. My goodness, what a finish. Once again, welcome to all the listeners who are joining in. All you need to do to watch these fights for free. Price has lost it. Big Gun is in the building. Price just got KO'd. Just got KO'd, son. What is happening is what you might be wondering. Derek, the Black Beast Lewis, is in the building. UFC 229 against Alexander Volkov. That is gonna be a big fight. Let me show you guys what UFC 229 is gonna be all about. Upcoming events for the UFC. My goodness, is this gonna be good? If you can see, in Moscow, Russia, Mother Russia is finally here. We have Alexei Olenek versus Mark Hunt for UFC Fight Night Moscow, followed by Thiago Santos versus Jimmy Manuel. That is gonna be happening from Brazil, Sao Paulo, followed by the greatest pay-per-view ever known to humankind, UFC 229, which is completely, utterly bonkers. Look at this card and tell me you are not excited to watch this. Khabib versus McGregor, the fight which everybody is waiting for, followed by Tony Ferguson and Anthony Showtime Pettis as the co-main event. Just in case these guys don't make it to the main event, we will be having a replacement from one of these two gentlemen, which is going to be followed by Owen St. Preux versus Marco Polo Reyes, and Derek the Black Beast Lewis versus Alexander Volkov. That's going to be a real interesting fight. I'm going for Volkov for that one. Alright, volume is pretty low. Hopefully this should set the problems aside. I am still waiting for the adapter for this particular headphone to improve the voice, so apologies for the same. We also have Michelle Watterson versus Felice Herrig, Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Quinez, and Sergio Perez versus Jussier Formiga, followed by Aspen Ladd and Tanya Avenger, Lena Landsberg versus Yana Kunitskaya, Scott Holtzman versus Mr. Patrick, Nick Lance versus Gray Maynard, still fighting at this age, and Randall Flair versus Tony Martin. These are the fights. Hopefully the audio is a little better than usual, and these are the fights lined up for the main card of UFC 229. McGregor versus Khabib. If you look at the stats, 26-0 for Khabib. We have McGregor at 21-3, 31% KO ratio for Khabib, 86% KO ratio for Conor McGregor. So no doubts on who has the heavier hands. Submissions obviously going to Khabib, more frequent. Conor has only submitted one person his entire career, so no expectations there. Height is slightly in favor of Khabib, who is 1 inch taller than Conor McGregor, and the propensity to go for decisions is also very high for Khabib Nurmagomedov, as you can see with the 38%. 38% decision ratio, which is very high. 155 pounds. Reach, if you notice, is very high for Conor McGregor at 74 inches, which is almost equal to Tyron Woodley's ratio at 74.5 inches. Leg reach is identical. Strikes landed per minute, very high for Conor McGregor, 5.82 strikes landed. Khabib, not too bad, 4.34. Followed by accuracy, which is almost identical, which is interesting to notice because Conor is known to be the more accurate striker. Khabib, though, has had more fights, so it is really interesting to see this stat. Strikes absorbed per minute, this is where I think the fight is going to change, because you have 4.55 strikes absorbed for Conor McGregor, which is on the higher side if you really notice this. Khabib, literally none. Per minute he gets hit by one strike, or probably 1.5. That is a real low number. Defense, in terms of strikes, very high for Khabib Nurmagomedov, and if you notice, defense for Conor McGregor is on the lower side. Takedowns is where the game is going to be played, I feel, at UFC 229. We'll be having 5.44 takedowns on average is what Khabib attempts in a 3-round fight. Whereas accuracy, Conor never attempts takedowns, but if he does, accuracy is higher for Conor McGregor. Takedowns defend, that is also very high for Khabib Nurmagomedov, if you notice, is at 84.62%. And we have takedowns defended, 73.91% for Conor McGregor. Submission average, pretty dismal for both if you look at it. But 0.55 is the average for Khabib. And for the very first time, if you notice, the belt is on the opposite side of Mr. McGregor. And this belt is a belt which belonged to him at UFC, I think it was 205 when he defeated Eddie Alvarez. So when he defeated Eddie, though, and this was the time when he got this belt, he's going to attempt to take it back. If you notice, not a lot of action in terms of media by both these gentlemen for their fight. Conor saying that he cannot waste his time doing promotions for UFC 229. It is going to sell itself on its own, so we are not going to go anywhere. We're going to be watching that fight for free. In case you're wondering how to watch them, I have mentioned it in the comment section, how to watch these fights for free. Always new ways to watch fights found by us, and we broke it for the very first time here in YouTube broadcasting history, a way to watch fights on your mobile phone, which is 100% verified. If you can see this, this is John Dodson entering the octagon. Let me close this up for you. I'm playing this on my phone, and I am watching these fights for free on my phone, people. This is really surprising for some to understand, but in our country, which is predominantly socialist, we do get certain perks like these, where we can watch pay-per-view fights on regular cable television, and for free. I'm watching this on an app which I just put out on the comment section. So in case you want to watch these fights with me for free, you could go there and watch them with us. My goodness, are we set for a banger of a card. John Dodson is entering the octagon for his fight against Jimmy Rivera. A lot of people think that this could be the fight of the night. In terms of overall entertainment, yes, there is potential for this to be fight of the night. John Dodson, number 7 ranked in the bantamweight division, 4th highest striking defense in UFC bantamweight history, sixth fastest knockout in UFC bantamweight history at 37 seconds. And tough 14 bantamweight winner, he defeated TJ Dillashaw by TKO to win the tough 14 season of the Ultimate Fighter. And TJ Dillashaw, if you remember, is the current UFC bantamweight champion. So this is going to get real interesting. If John Dodson can win against Jimmy Rivera, this is going to open up new avenues for him in the future to face a potential opportunity to face TJ Dillashaw. Jimmy Rivera suffered his first loss in a long-standing career featuring almost more than 20 fights. Remained undefeated for a real long time, around 20 fights in the win streak, but he got defeated in his last fight. I think it was somebody, though I'm not able to recollect. But then Jimmy Rivera, always ready to get back. Number 5 ranked in the bantamweight division is Jimmy Rivera. So let's go back to UFC 228, where we have Jimmy Rivera, John Dodson, which is all about to happen. Let's look at the stats for Jimmy Rivera, who is a native of United States of America, just like John the Magician Dodson. So this is going to get real interesting. USA versus USA in the bantamweight division. Both of them well-known strikers. Dodson, though, more creative on his feet. Rivera, known for a more wrestling-based approach, did lose for the very first time in a long time recently. So he is all set to enter the octagon. Let us look at the stats for Jimmy Rivera, who is the former King of the Cage and Rage in the Cage bantamweight champion. 6th highest striking rate amongst active UFC bantamweights at 4.5 per minute. And he's also a Tiger Showman MMA black belt. That is an achievement, my sir. That is a really difficult achievement to have. Tiger Showman MMA black belt is nothing to scoff at. So Jimmy Rivera is the entire package. John Dodson sizing him up. Dodson will be the shorter fighter for this fight. So we will have to see what the tale of the tape presents us. 29 years of age for Jimmy Rivera. Dodson is 33. Dodson is 5 feet 3 inches, the shorter fighter. And obviously Rivera will have a almost 2-inch reach advantage. Let us see if Rivera employs his wrestling to nullify the creative striking potential which John Dodson displays. In case you still want to know where to watch these fights for free and live, you could hit me up on the comment section. We break down every UFC fight as and when it happens live. 21 wins and 9 losses for John Dodson, most of it in the flyweight division. Trains out of Jackson Wink MMA from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He is the underdog for this fight. So we have to see whether he has made any changes specific to Jimmy Rivera. We need to see that. But if it is staying standing, I'm going to give the advantage to John Dodson, who has the propensity to crack you when you least expect it. Jimmy Rivera has a record of 21 wins and 2 losses. Fights out of New Jersey and is 5 feet 4 inches tall. Minus 145 favorite is the poster boy, Jimmy Rivera. Let us see how they will begin round 1, because I think that Jimmy wants to go to the ground, use his wrestling, get the fight to the ground, and see what happens there. The referee is Dan Mergliata. Once again, thanks to all the listeners. The beautiful Brittany is doing the ring work. Oh my goodness, damn. Okay, I should not be distracted by female ring girls, and I should be focusing on the fight, so I'm gonna do that. Dodson quick to take the center. Rivera on the back foot immediately. Gray trunks for Rivera. Black trunks for Dodson. Dodson staying a little flat-footed. Rivera wants to go to the leg with an inside leg kick. Does not have it. Southpaw stands for John Dodson. Still feeling each other out. A lot of feints mixed in. Dodson is really quick. It's really apparent. But does he pack enough power to flatten Jimmy Rivera is what we're talking about. Good to see you, Nicholas Penny. What's up? Thank you for joining into the stream one more time. We always will be breaking down fights for UFC pay-per-views. It's a pleasure to talk to you again, sir. John Dodson, though, staying on the outside. Not a lot of action in the first minute of the round. We would have to see whether John Dodson tries to take things up. Good catching of the kick. Good connection by Dodson. Jimmy Rivera trying to reverse positions into a over-under, but John Dodson escapes. Beautiful work in catching the kick and taking Jimmy Rivera down. That is going to be 1 point in my book in favor of John Dodson. Rivera always wanting to go to the leg in this particular fight. So it's interesting to see what's really going to happen. Towards the later part of the round, this could go 3 rounds. This is UFC bantamweight. Oh, good connection by Jimmy. Taken on the chin by John. Jimmy does pack a punch. Do remember, all of these fighters do in their respective weight classes. Oh, high kick attempted by John Dodson. Barely out of the way. Jimmy Rivera. Again, feints in the second minute. So second minute goes to John Dodson. In my opinion, first minute is a draw. Good inside leg kick by Jimmy, though. It's really difficult to analyze when nothing is going on in the stream. Neither is anything going on in the fight. So Dodson wants to go with the left straight, is really clear. Jimmy wants to go to the inside leg kick to the lead leg of John Dodson. These are the game plans initially. Yes, good connection by Jimmy on the leg kick. 2 minutes 30 seconds remaining in case you want to sync this up. Good connection by Jimmy to take the back. Dodson escapes though. 2 minutes 20 seconds remaining in round 1 out of a possible 3 for UFC 228. The main card begun with Abdul Razak Al Hassan completely demolishing Nikko Price on the feet, knocking him out in such a way that he hit his head on his own knee. Good jab by Jimmy, good jab. John Dodson's attention is secured. Inside leg kick is still the game plan for Jimmy Rivera. Switches it up with an outside leg kick. UFC 229 is going to be October 6th, almost a month from today, is when we will be seeing UFC 229 Khabib versus McGregor. Oh my goodness, I can barely wait. I'm going to give the third minute to Rivera because of the leg kicks and the taking of the back. I'm going to break this down minute by minute. 4th minute, Jimmy still being really careful not to enter the striking zone of John Dodson. Good connection by both men. Right hand by Jimmy. Dodson has to be careful here. Jimmy can pack a punch. Jimmy, though, uncharacteristically patient with his hands. Usually likes to throw a little bit. Oh, beautiful connection. Dodson did get a left hand through on Jimmy's chin. The last minute of the round could go either ways for this beautiful inside leg kick again by Jimmy Rivera. I am leaning towards Jimmy for round 1 out of a possible 3 for the second fight on the main card. John Dodson connects. Got Jimmy to the ground a little bit, but Jimmy right back up. Right back up. Good pressure by Jimmy to close the cage. Down, very little options available for these fighters. Jimmy again stalking John Dodson down. He is twitching on his leg. Oh, connections. John, when he hits, he does leave his chin open a little bit. Gotta be careful. Round comes to an end. I think I'm gonna go with Jimmy Rivera for this one, people. It's a close one, but it is significant enough that Jimmy gets the round. It's a close fight. John Dodson got rocked a couple of times, so did Jimmy, but nothing significant. Jackson Wink in the building. A lot of controversy because of Cowboy Cerrone and Mike Perry getting into the verbal altercation. Cerrone saying the gym is not the old Jackson Wink. Perry saying that Cowboy does his own thing. He does not really care about his own colleagues and teammates. So that's why all of this is happening. So UFC 228 should be up and going. My goodness, Woodley versus Till. The title is kind of messed up. I just noticed it. Nobody brought this up. Round 2 begins. Let me correct this mistake by quickly changing this up. My goodness, man. That is why nobody's joining into the stream, because they think this is Dillashaw versus Garbrandt. Oh my goodness. That is why. That is fucking why. I totally forgot to change the fucking thumbnail. Round 2, off to a decent start. Almost similar pattern. Almost similar pattern here. So this is going to be real interesting to see who gets the better of the exchanges. Let us see, people. Let us see. Good connection by Jimmy with the pressure. Should be interesting to see what the changes are going to be in terms of approach for John Dodson. Leg kick is checked by both these fighters. Man, that has been a rough set of kicks to the leg of John Dodson. My God, that's been a tough one. Good kick by John, good connection by Jimmy on the break. Man, a lot of problems posed by Jimmy in this round. John Dodson is slowing down a little bit. He is a little tentative on the lead leg. Jimmy always going for the leg kicks. It's interesting to see what changes Dodson will make. Dodson has to land some strikes to get the attention and respect of Jimmy Rivera. A good connection again with the kick by John Dodson. Jimmy again putting the pressure. The fight is slowly going the way of Jimmy Rivera. Reads the straight from John Dodson. John Dodson always ready to let that uncork that big left hand. Man, I can't wait for the main event already. That's gonna be a sick main event. Jimmy still upping the pressure, still leaning towards Jimmy Rivera for round 2. Good outside leg kick by John, but these are merely touching Jimmy Rivera. I thought this could be fight of the night, but this is turning out to be dud of the night till now, unless somebody can go for the finish. This one looks like is not gonna be doing nothing for us, which is a real sad state of affairs. Woodley again will be looking to press the action later on in the day to make sure that Till does not get the space he needs, but he has them hands, as you know. Jimmy's not doing much though in the last minute of the fight. John wants to get in with that left straight. Good kick to the body. John has to land more, not these single shots. These are not going to help him. These single shots are not going to help John Dodson, who is losing the fight in my book. Once again, oh my goodness. Kick to the groin is what is expected from this exchange. My goodness, if that was a kick to the groin, that would be a kick right to the groin. Let's see this. If this is to the nuts, oh my goodness. It grazed it. I have to say, it's gonna graze the dick. Don't think it hit him cleanly. Jimmy again pressing the action. 45 seconds remaining in the fight. High kick attempted by Jimmy Rivera. Good connections by both men. Dodson though looks a little bit slower for this fight compared to his usually fast self. Which is really sad to see. Almost coming to the end of the round. Good catching of the leg. Jimmy Rivera wants to go for a single. Does not get it. Good kick by John Dodson to the body, and the round comes to an end. I have to say, round 2 close. But I'm going to give this to Jimmy. Round 3 will be upon us in a short while till I figure out what is to be done with the thumbnail. My goodness, kind of sucked. Really thought about it. Let's change it up. Let us see whether we get the audience because of the thumbnail, changing it to the official UFC thumbnail for UFC 228, Woodley versus Till. Man, it's pretty much obvious that everybody's waiting for the main event because most of the other fights do not interest the casual audience, but we are not casual here. We will be breaking them down as if each one of them is the main event. Jimmy Rivera is leading in my scorecard. Let's see what John Dodson can do. He has to win this round convincingly to get even a chance of a split decision because the pressure is always on John Dodson, put by Jimmy Rivera. This is going to be interesting. Round 3, 4 minutes 40 seconds remaining in the fight, in case you want to watch these fights for free. Oh my goodness, good connection by Jimmy. Almost drops John Dodson off balance but does not go down. Jimmy is putting on a clinic of striking. Beautiful leg kick, man. Beautiful inside leg kick by Jimmy Rivera. He is breaking John Dodson down piece by piece, and he's eating him up. Beautiful right, straight right to the head of John Dodson. John Dodson is eating these punches up. Beautiful head movement by Jimmy Rivera. In and out of range immediately. Wow, what a player. 4 minutes remaining. First minute of the round, clearly in favor of Jimmy Rivera. He looks at the watch, goes for an inside leg kick and gets it. Imagine how smooth that would be. John Dodson though looking much slower than his usual self. Not the usual John Dodson you see. In case you are new to the channel, please go to the comment section at the beginning. Download the app which I just mentioned on the comment section and watch these fights for free. Like, what do you need? For the first time in YouTube broadcasting history, you're gonna be watching all the fights for free, just to give you the proof. Watch this, people. Just to give you the proof, this is where I'm watching the fights. I'm not kidding. Download that app if it's possible in your country. Download that app which I mentioned. It's a free app. All you need is to download the app and make sure you have a secure Wi-Fi connection And make sure you leave a like and sub to the channel once you're successful in watching these fights for free. The channel name is Sony ESPN. Search for it on the app. It is a free television cable channel and an app very similar to HBO in the USA. That is a very similar app to that. I do not know whether this works for the US. Works in my country. I'm watching it live for free. Jimmy Rivera, John Dodson. Looks like Rivera is going to edge this one out. John Dodson is in all sorts of trouble. He's not landing any punches. Jimmy Rivera is keeping the pressure on with the leg kicks, with the right straight, with the jabs. It's been a Jimmy Rivera show. I'm going to give him a 30-27 or at least a 29-28 in my book. That is what I'm going to give Jimmy Rivera. Almost 2 minutes left in the round. Always advancing. Jimmy Rivera 36% of the fight advancing. Good teep kick by John though to mix up the pacing, but good jabs landed by Jimmy. Jimmy's really tenacious with his head movement. Oh, good connection by John. Both of these men understanding that they need to have a clear-cut call on the judges' cards to advance to the fight with TJ Dillashaw. Jimmy cracks John with a beautiful left. My goodness, is Jimmy looking good today. John is always on the back foot. He is not advancing. This is not the usual John Dodson, the magician who always spins circles around his opponent. This is not that one. So if you have satisfied yourself with the particular fact that you are going to get completely free UFC fights on that particular app, this is not a scam, people. I am watching it live on my phone using that app. If that app is available to you in your country, please go download it and go to a channel called Sony ESPN. I'm going to put this up one more time so that people can understand that this is serious business, people. In case you want to watch the fights, you have to go to this particular channel. This is the channel where you need to go, and if you don't have cable, you can download this app and go to this channel, Sony ESPN Live. This is a high definition channel, so you will not have problems in the quality of the content. Man, these guys are going for it. Almost the end of the fight. Beautiful connection by both men. John Dodson to the body. My goodness. What a finish. Jimmy Rivera, I think, gets it done. Unanimous decision coming up. Round 3 also. Jimmy. So my prediction is unanimous decision is going to go to Jimmy Rivera. Lots of inside leg kicks landed by Jimmy Rivera on the lead leg of John Dodson. Beautiful jabs. Dodson was not his usual self, maybe because of the pressure that Jimmy Rivera posted. But man, what a good fight. A lot of respect earned by both men. John Dodson always classy, always classy. I think John Dodson knows that he did lose this fight, so he is not going to stick around. He's probably going to move out of the octagon. Let's see what the official decision is going to be. All the people who wanted to watch the fights for free just took the link and just went away. As usual, as expected. Nothing new, but we're going to do what we're going to do. Go download this app, people. If it is available in your country, go download this app, watch these fights for free. My goodness, this is the best app given to mankind, especially to those who are fans of mixed martial arts. John Dodson says sorry to the fans. Jimmy Rivera getting the unanimous decision against John Dodson. Man, what a performance by Jimmy. All the inside leg kicks. Jimmy getting it done. Joe Rogan about to enter the octagon, I think, or not. Doesn't look like it. My goodness, who is that? Brad Lukowicz, two-time Stanley Cup champion. Man, the lady next to him, former Mavs PG star center. All of these are football stars. Jimmy Rivera getting it done by a unanimous decision. 2 fights out. Next is Zabit. It's Zabit time, as they say it in Dagestan, Russia. Zabit Magomed Sharipov, 15 wins and 1 loss only, is going to be fighting Brandon Davis because Yair Rodriguez dropped out of the fight due to an injury. So Brandon Davis all set to face Zabit Magomed Sharipov. Tickets for UFC 229 are up on sale right now. So you can go and purchase these tickets if you're staying in the United States. UFC 229 featuring Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov. But before that, let me tell you what is coming up next week. Mark Hunt versus Alexei Olenek. Jan Blachowicz versus Nikita Krylov. Andrei Arlovsky versus Shamil Abdurrahimov. And Alexei Kunchenko versus Thiago Alves. That is what is upcoming next week. UFC Fight Night, Moscow, Mother Russia, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. PT, live on UFC Fight Pass from the Olympijskiv Stadium, Moscow. September 15th on a Saturday, we are live on pay-per-view for Woodley Vs Till. The upcoming fights, as you can see, is going to be UFC Fight Night. Hunt versus Olenek. Hunt should get the decision or KO, as I would predict, followed by another UFC live on Fox Sports from Sao Paulo, Brazil, Ibirapuera Gym. This is going to be Manua versus Santos, another fight night coming your way September 22nd, followed by the big one, Khabib versus Conor, the Notorious versus the Eagle. Both these fighters not gonna give an inch. Both these fighters known for drastically different styles of fighting. So is it gonna be
Damon 60 G's, baby?
or Khabib winning and letting us know that
Come on, guys. It's normal.
it's normal. It's normal, people. Khabib just wins. So I do not know who's gonna be victorious. Meanwhile,
I back.
back.
Trust me. I back.
Back, people. Trust me. He backed. Because he got cleared due to a tainted supplement case, which was against him from the same gym as Little Nog or Rogerio Nogueira. So a lot of fighters were buying these off-the-counter supplements from this particular medicine shop in Brazil, all of which was contaminated with traces of steroids, which pretty much was what USADA came up with a conclusion. So that brings us to Zabit's fight with Brandon Davis. I don't expect this fight to go to the ground. Zabit's gonna keep this standing. Zabit's always confident, he always goes for the win, but he tries to win every fight which he wants. So that is coming up. So the game plan for Brandon Davis, who's entering the particular octagon, is gonna be this, I think.
What is the game plan going in against him?
The game plan is you go in there, hit him with some good shit, don't get hit, and come home with a pocket full of cash.
Here's the plan for Brandon Davis, people. Brandon Davis wants to go home with a boatload of cash. That's what he wants to do. Entering the octagon, representing the United States of America, walking and characteristically slowly to the prep point is Brandon Davis, who would have his hands full against Zabit, who's a really classy striker. So my prediction is gonna be Zabit winning by TKO or decision uh, for this fight against Brandon Davis. Yair Rodriguez was supposed to fight Zabit for this fight, but he could not. Maybe they'll reschedule it some other day. As of now, the fight is Brandon Davis, the brawler from United States, facing Zabit Magomed Sharipov, the striker and Dagestani Sambo champion from Dagestan. 15 wins and only one loss for Zabit in his mixed martial arts career. So let us see whether Brandon Davis can bring the surprise of the night by knocking out Magomed Sharipov. Brandon Davis not looking confident. If you really look at him, his head is hung low. He knows the day has come that actually he will be facing Zabit, so he's not looking a lot confident. He has 3 first-round finishes though, 3 wins by knockout and 2 by submission. He was awarded the UFC contract in Dana White Tuesday Night Contender Series, DW, TN, CS, ABCD. I don't know what the fuck these shows are anymore. This was awarded to him on the Contender Series, and he is stepping up to face his next opponent. That is going to be Zabit Magomed Sharipov. This is the fight, people. Magomed Sharipov or Davis. Let me know in the comment section. Maybe leave a like, sub to the channel in case you are successful in installing these apps and watching these fights for free. As always, we break down fights as and when they happen, especially UFC pay-per-views. UFC 227, Dillashaw versus Garbrandt was a huge success. A lot of subscribers getting into the channel. Close to the subscriber goal right now. 500 subs is what we need to go to the next level. So if you can sub to the channel, I would really appreciate it. Nonetheless, we have 3 more fights set up. We have Magomed Sharipov going up against Brandon Davis. We have Karolina Kowalkiewicz against Jessica Andrade. We also have Tyron Woodley versus Darren Till. These are the fights lined up. Zabit is on 11 fight win streak, the most takedowns in a single UFC featherweight fight. He has 11 takedowns in a single fight, has finished 12 out of his 15 opponents, 6 by KO, 6 by submission. What more do you want? Well-rounded, good on the ground, great on the feet. Doesn't look like he does steroids. He's fighting in the featherweight division. What more do you want? I'm gonna predict that this is gonna end really, really soon. Let's see whether Brandon Davis can put up a fight against Zabit Magomed Sharipov. What are your predictions? Here is the tail of the tape. Zabit is significantly taller, 2.5, 3 inches taller than Brandon Davis. He also has a 1-inch reach advantage. So in case you are new to the channel, do go to the first comment. Here is Chris Crawford saying, let's go Bruce Buffer. Let's hear it. Brandon Davis, who is from the Tuesday Night Contender Series, 9 wins and 4 losses. For Brandon Davis, who is 5 feet 10 inches tall, who is a significant plus 750 underdog for this fight. Or is this gonna be Zabit's night? As usual, 11 fight win streak, 15 wins and only 1 loss. That's outside the UFC. He is a minus 1400 favorite in this fight. Who do you have? Is it Zabit, or are we gonna get the surprise of the night from Brandon Davis knocking out Zabit Magomed Sharipov? I think it's gonna be Zabit time. He's gonna win as usual. The beautiful Brittany almost tripping and falling and breaking her nose, but almost survives. Zabit versus Brandon Davis. Round 1, black trunks for Davis, gray trunks for Zabit. Gray trunk fighters have won the fight till now. Good outside leg kick to open for Brandon Davis. Teeps attempted, does not connect for Davis. Sharipov is really technical on the feet. Trying to see what Brandon Davis brings to the table. Is Zabit staying patient? Trying to lure Davis in. Beautiful inside leg kick by Zabit, who is staying patient here. He does not want to get caught in the first round and be always remembered for the guy who got KO'd by Brandon Davis, who took the fight on a week's notice. Does not want to be remembered as that guy. So we're gonna see what is gonna happen. Woodley versus Till is still gonna come up. Valentina Shevchenko versus Nikko Montano got cancelled because Nikko Montano failed to make weight. She got transported to the hospital. Medical conditions as usual. She pussied out basically. Who wants to face Valentina Shevchenko, man? Nobody does. So did Nikko Montano. I think they might strip her if she continues to not face Valentina for quite some time. Zabit though still seeing how Brandon Davis is going to close the distance. Not doing a lot in round 1. Still measuring his opponent. Brandon Davis doing okay, I would have to say, for a minus 1400 favorite. Brandon Davis, who's a plus 750 underdog, is doing okay as of now. Zabit still feeling the punches. Good teep by Zabit to the leg. Spinning back fist, caught on the legs. Sorry, caught on the arms by Brandon Davis, who says, okay, bring it. A lot of kicks by Brandon, though. I really like that tactic. Zabit still staying on the outside. Catching of the kick and landing of the punches by Zabit Magomed Sharipov, who is getting outlanded right now by Brandon Davis. Zabit though has, beautiful trip attempt, but Brandon Davis like, no sir, you are not getting me down. That patented trip that he has, goes with a punch and then goes for a trip, did not work. Zabit still staying on the outside. Zabit still staying patient. Oh, good combination by Brandon. Zabit has to be careful here. He's against the cage. Oh, beautiful left hook by Zabit, man. On the button. Zabit's hands are crazy. Just precision. That one rocked Brandon Davis, but he says, bring it on, son. I'm ready to go. Celebrating 25 years with the UFC. Faces of the UFC. Good jabs by Zabit, slowly getting into his groove. Outside leg kick by Brandon Davis, though. This one's getting interesting, people. Davis, though, not backing out of this contest. Still staying patient. Good outside leg kick once more. Zabit switching to southpaw. Man, Zabit gives you all these angles which nobody does. I mean, this is really rare. Oh, good uppercut by Brandon. That got the attention of Davis. Answered by Zabit with an inside leg kick. Beautiful striking clinic going on right now. This is really interesting. I did not expect that this fight. Oh, switch kick by Zabit. Brandon wanted to go for the overhand. Backs out immediately. Left hand. Zabit gets the back. Beautifully done, Zabit. Wants to take him to the ground, and he does, but Brandon is up. Zabit's wrestling is not to be underestimated, from Dagestan itself. Trains at the same gym, I think, as Khabib, aka. Oh, good pressure by Zabit on the back. Takes the back off Brandon Davis. Wants to go for a takedown. Beautifully done to close down this round. This one is gonna be in favor of Zabit, I think. 12 seconds remaining. I think he wants to go for one more takedown. Oh, beautiful switch crescent kick Oh, beautiful one to the body. My goodness, he dug that in. Zabit feeling it. So am I. Round 1 goes to Zabit in my books. Brandon did well though. Brandon almost got the round till that takedown. After that, it was all Zabit all the way. Brandon does realize that this is another level. This is a level which he has not fought at, but he is giving a good account of himself. I have to say, he is giving a good account of himself. My goodness, is this fight gonna go to the decision, or is this one gonna be finished by Zabit in the next round? What do you guys think? Let me know. Chris Crawford in the building, listening to the stream. Once again, welcome to all the listeners of the stream. UFC 228 Woodley versus Till is almost upon us. 2 more fights left after this. Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Jessica Andrade is up next, followed by the main event, the Gorilla versus the Chosen One. Zabit will want to open up. Good jab to open round 2. Good outside leg kick exchange by both men. A beautiful takedown attempted by Zabit with great trips. Zabit is showcasing all his skills. Takes the back, leaves the back. Beautifully done. Brandon Davis does not know what has caught him. Clasping of the hands, still on the back Zabit. It's like humping him from the back. Knees to the thigh by Zabit. Oh, beautifully done by Zabit. Twists him into a beautiful takedown. Lands on half guard, to say the least. My goodness, is this guy really good. Zabit putting on a clinic right before the co-main event involving not Nikko Montano and Valentina Shevchenko, because those 2 ladies, my goodness, they gotta figure that out, because the women's flyweight division, the champion does not have any balls. I understand she's a lady, but she does not have any balls to face the bullet, Valentina Shevchenko. She backs out of the fight on 1-day notice for medical reasons. How much of a pussy can you really be, in spite of being the champion of the flyweight division? I did not like that. I don't know how many of you follow that story, but Valentina Shevchenko, in my opinion, should just be handed over the title by this time. I don't think anybody deserves it more. So, let's see. Let's see how this fight progresses. Still on the back is Zabit. 3 minutes remaining. Always putting pressure at Zabit. Always trying to win rounds. Knee to the thigh. Always there. Brandon Davis, my goodness, that Sambo. Brandon Davis is going to quit like this, man. This is not looking good. Takedown after takedown. He has 11 takedowns. The record for a single featherweight fight. 11 takedowns. Brandon Davis almost out of there. Giving up the back. Punches in bunches, as they say. Zabit landing them. Keeping him at bay. This is where the combat Sambo comes into the picture, people. Beautiful level change. Good recovery by Brandon to get the over-under. Wants to go for the trip, but Zabit disengages. Brandon Davis is exhausted. Good kick to the body, answered by Davis with an outside leg kick. Davis is exhausted. My goodness. Teep to the body. Zabit, yes, gets his patented trip. Comes in with the push and then gets you down immediately. My goodness, is this guy good. What a fighter. Zabit should be facing a top 10 opponent. That is it. Good punches from the back. Wants to get the rear naked. I think Brandon is giving him that. Yes, this is going to be over, people. Anytime under the chin. Some more punches. Hammer fists from the back. Zabit is mauling this guy, just the way Khabib would maul Conor McGregor in UFC 229. What is this guy going for? I do not know what submission this is. Oh my goodness, this is a calf crusher? What? What? My goodness, I haven't seen that submission ever. Wow, the way he switched this up, my goodness. Wow. My goodness, the trip. I have not seen this submission ever in my life, people. This has never happened at all. My goodness. That's a knee bar, people. That's a knee bar for the first time. Wow. That's a knee bar, people. That's gonna hyperextend the hamstring. Wow. What a finish. What a finish. Oof, fish. Unconventional knee bar to say the least. My goodness. 2 in a row today. Earlier in the night, Cody Stamann went for it. But man, this is the first time that in one night you've got 2 knee bars. Nobody's won by knee bar before this. But Cody Stamann did it in earlier in the day, and then, my goodness, Zabit pulled it off. Unconventional to say the least. From back position, he hyperextended the knee towards him from the back. This is like that Alexei Olenek submission almost. This one was crazy, people. Longest active win streak in the featherweight division. Max Holloway 11 wins, Brian Ortega 6, Zabit right up there with 4, along with Arnold Allen with 4, and Enrique Barzola with 4 victories. Zabit, man, is the shit. Zabit is the shit, as they say. Is this what is gonna happen in UFC 229? Is Conor gonna be smothered and submitted? Is this an indication of the future? Zabit is on point today, all set for the co-main event. Carolina versus Jessica Andrade. That's a really difficult fight to predict, but I'm going to be going with Jessica Andrade for that one to get the unanimous decision victory. That is my prediction. Once again, man, what a night of fights with beautiful finishes, say the least. He gets the knee and boom, he rolls over. Wow, that's not looking good. That's not looking good. The switch over and gets the knee. The hands are in no way to defend anything. Man, what a beautiful knee bar. Beautiful. Beautifully done. So I guess Zabit should face Yair Rodriguez next at least. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the fucking point of all of this? If Zabit does not get Yair, if Zabit does not face any top 5 opponent, I don't think anybody in the top 15 is going to give him any problems. Except maybe 2 people, Max Holloway and Brian Ortega. Those 2 can spring a surprise on you. That's why they are the #1 contender and the champion. So Zabit is gonna be streamlined into the elite of the elite at UFC's featherweight division. Probably the top 5. Jessica Andrade dropping down to 115 recently. She was fighting in the 135-pound division. She's 18 wins and 6 losses. She has the 3rd highest striking accuracy in UFC's women's division. So I'm gonna be really curious to see whether Carolina can actually take these punches. Andrade is a beast, let me tell you that. Carolina is good too, 13 wins, 2 losses only. She is a Muay Thai practitioner. She did get defeated by the Boogie Woman, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, when they faced each other for their title defense. Conor McGregor, though, is he gonna defeat Khabib? That is all we're waiting to see. October 6th, people. October 6th is the date. Beautiful combinations by Conor always will land, but Khabib can take those punches, is what I feel. Same style as Zabit, except the striking, but much more ferocious in the wrestling, is what I feel Khabib is capable of. And Conor McGregor can land, but what is the probability of that happening? He did get his title from Ali Quinta, as they say. It's not the best ways. Dollies were thrown, people were injured. Khabib always said one thing: send me the location, I will be there. So we never know. Conor got cranky, he threw the dolly at the bus. A lot of people got injured. My goodness, Michael Chiesa, along with a couple of other fighters, got injured there. He did go to the court hearing because of that. He did get a release because of that. And now he's all set to face Khabib for the UFC lightweight title on the next month's card, UFC 229, which also features, in my opinion, one of the most underrated co-main events in a long time. Anthony Pettis versus Tony Ferguson, which is a quick turnaround if you ask me. It's a really quick turnaround for Tony Ferguson. I do not know whether he's recovered from the injury he met, because of which he could not face Khabib, as a result of which Ali Quinta was put in place, which eventually we all saw what happened. This promo is really good. The promo which they're showing for Khabib versus Conor, really good. Man, is this gonna be a good one? Are people pumped? What is gonna happen in that fight? You never know. Khabib holds the record for the most takedowns in a single fight in UFC history, able to helo UFC 160. Strike differential of 2.45, the second highest in UFC lightweight history. 47 takedowns in total, the third highest in UFC history. All these records are Khabib's for the taking. If he's on you, he's gonna be mauling you, just the way he did Michael Johnson, just the way he did Edson Barbosa, the way he cranked that hand. My goodness, is Khabib ferocious. Khabib does not want to play that standing game, though. He has to make sure that he is out of range and he is taking Conor McGregor down, because Conor has 6 knockouts, the third most in UFC WC featherweight history. 2.21 knockdowns per 15 minutes, fourth highest in UFC history, and 5.53 strikes per minute, which is also the fourth highest in UFC WEC featherweight history. That is the record for Conor McGregor. Always loose on the feet, great connections, beautiful piston-like left hand, awesome accuracy, waits for you, and when you're in, he just clearly, completely overwhelms you with that striking. And that is how he became the UFC's featherweight champion. That is how he's looking to become the UFC's lightweight champion one more time, by facing Khabib. I don't think that's possible. It's not as easy as it is. Khabib is 26-0. A lot of people point out that 26-1 is the trending topic these days, because it's the same way Floyd Mayweather got taunted with that 49-1 when Conor McGregor was about to face him. So you don't know, man. It's going to be really interesting to see whether these guys can actually make it to the fight, and if they do, who's gonna win. Rose Namajunas is the champion at the UFC strawweight division, who beat Joanna Jędrzejczyk twice. But apart from that, there are only 4 people in the top 5: Jessica Andrade, Claudia Gadelha, Karolina Kowalkiewicz, and Tisha Torres. So number 4 versus number 2. Jessica Andrade is my pick. Who you got for the co-main? Let me know. It's only me commenting today, not a lot of listeners in today's stream. Mainly, I guess, because Nika Montano and Valentina Shevchenko got cancelled. But I do believe up and coming channel, not a lot of listeners, but who cares? We will do what we are supposed to do. Break down fights, bring you ways to watch these fights for free, and then eventually get to glory. Karolina can get it done if she uses her range and her kicking. Jessica, so tenacious. She's always on you. She always has these punches up and ready. She is powerful. She can knock you down the way she demolished Carla Esparza. It was really interesting to note. So can Karolina keep her distance, use her Muay Thai, get those elbows in? Can she do that? Is what we need to see. Those knees by Karolina are always dangerous. Karolina's kicks are always dangerous, but she has to be careful. Jessica can connect. So if this is going to be a Muay Thai fight, I guess I'm going to give the edge to Karolina, but Jessica is good with wrestling too, so it's going to be a tough one. My pick is Andrade. Let's see whether she can get it done. Her takedowns and her grip on her opponent are really, really tight. She looks like a guy, to be quite honest, with that short haircut. But man, if she keeps the pressure going, Jessica will win. If she gives Karolina the pace and the space to get those knees and kicks in, she will be having trouble there. So let's see what the co-main event brings. Unfortunately, Nika Montano versus Valentina Shevchenko could not happen. So we have a new co-main event. Number 4 ranked Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus number 2 ranked Jessica Andrade. Whoever wins this should probably face Rose, is what I feel, because Rose has already beaten Joanna, the Boogie Woman, Jędrzejczyk. The Cookie Woman, that is Carla Esparza, also lost her fight against Tatiana Suarez. So that's also an interesting fight to keep your eyes on, because Tatiana Suarez is really good. So maybe I think the winner of this will probably get the nod for facing Rose next. Maybe UFC 230 or UFC 231, where Cyborg versus Amanda Nunes is scheduled to happen. Play Musica, hello, welcome to the channel. Play Musica. In case you're wondering where the fights are, hopefully you do understand that we cannot show you the fights, but I have given you some ways to watch these fights for free at the beginning of the comment section. So in case you can download those apps, and in case you have cable, you could watch these fights for free with us. Maybe leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Former KSW flyweight champion, highest takedown defense in UFC strawweight history, and 4th most significant strikes landed in UFC strawweight history is Karolina Kowalkiewicz. She looks determined to get this fight going. She is all set with that makeup and shit. The crowd really likes Karolina Kowalkiewicz here. So we will see what's gonna happen here, as Jessica Andrade, in her traditional warrior attire from Brazil, wearing the headgear, wearing the yellow trunks. She looks like a pit bull. She fights like a pit bull. No space given, no space taken. Always on you is Jessica Andrade, especially with that short haircut, man. I'm really afraid of this lady. I don't want to be around her. She is really tenacious. She is always Gonna be looking for a chance to close the distance, put some pressure, and make sure that you have no space to breathe, and then maybe land the takedowns and the punches. Fast hands, good power. Always felt that she was undersized for UFC's 135-pound division. So she made the cut, she made 115, and now she's on the cusp of getting her first title shot. If she wins this fight, she will be booked most probably against Thug Rose Namajunas, who does not want to leave her house because somebody threw a dolly on her bus. Even after 150 days after Conor McGregor threw the dolly, apparently. Rage God, I don't know what you stick to, but probably I'm gonna do what I want to do. You do what you want to do, brother. I have no hate against you. So if you really want to keep commenting racist stuff on the channel, go for it. Go for it, son. I can take it all day. And I guess your name suggests that you do rage a lot, so hopefully may God give you some peace to work with. Let's get the tail of the tape going. Carolina's 32 years old. Andrade is only 26, 5 feet 1.5 inches only for Jessica Andrade. 2 inches height advantage and 2 inches reach advantage for Carolina Kowalkiewicz. This is the co-main event of UFC 228. What are your predictions? Do let me know in the comment section. And in case you're wondering where to watch these fights, go to the first comment on the stream. I have given you links to watch these fights for free. All you need to do is go to the Play Store if you have an Android phone. Fill in GOTV, J-I-O-T-V. If that app is available, download that app. Then go to a channel called Sony ESPN. Then eventually you will be able to watch all these fights for free on your mobile phone. No scamming, no frills, no bullshit. This is how it's supposed to be done, and this is how we do it. All set for the co-main. My pick is Andrade, yellow trunks. Carolina should keep the distance. Andrade has an 18-6 record in UFC's strawweight and bantamweight history. Minus 500 favorite is Jessica Andrade. Let's twirl some mustaches and let's ask for some subs and likes. If you do find the comments helpful, if you can watch these fights with us, please download those apps. Watch these fights with us. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. Here are the fights, people. Here are the fights. As you can see, the fights are happening right here. Fights are happening right here. I'm not kidding. These are free apps, and if you notice, you need to go to this channel. You need to go to this channel, Sony ESPN. Hopefully you can see this on the top. I do not know whether there's a lag. Yeah, you have to go to that channel, Sony ESPN. Watch these fights for free. Jessica Andrade. Oh my goodness, Jessica Andrade. Oh, the power. Carolina Kowalkiewicz is feeling it. Carolina also exchanging with Jessica. Jessica has to be... Oh, overhand right by Carolina. Andrade has to be careful she does not blow her load off, even though she can't. Literally blow her load off. Andrade's keeping the pressure. Carolina phased a little bit by the early barrage. Good connections by Carolina. Oh, Jessica though, always tenacious. Good connection by Carolina. Go to the knee. Oh my goodness. Good connection by Andrade. Carolina has to be careful. This could be her first knockout loss in the UFC's. A good connection by Carolina. Oh, this one's really interesting, people. This one's really interesting. Good connection by Andrade. Left followed by a right straight. She can take those punches, but can Carolina also do the same? Andrade is swinging recklessly. She has to be careful if Carolina gets connected. to a shot through her feet. Andrade can be knocked out too. This is real interesting. I did not expect the co-main to be so exciting already. Andrade though, always game. Carolina trying to take the center. Andrade slowing the pace down. Wants to go for that good jab. Oh my goodness! It is all over, people. It is all over. Woo! One punch KO by Jessica Andrade. That's what I'm talking about, people. That is what I'm talking about. You fucking kidding me? This lady packs a punch. The first one. I think this is the first one punch. True. Mwah. Just like the Italians would say. Mwah. One punch KO. Carolina was, done. She was done by it. Boom! On the chin. She is not gonna get up from that. It is all over. As Bruce Buffer would say, it is all over on the chin. The mouthpiece goes flying, followed by a left also. iPhones. iPhones is tough, my brother. Still figuring it out. So Salman the Baiti, I would love to help you out on iPhones, but as of now, I do not have a solution for this. But once I do get it, I will share it with you. Maybe if you could sub to the channel, maybe leave a like. You could probably. Carolina is crying. Obviously, this is her first KO loss. She was being reckless here. I will share the iPhone links once I get a 100% solution. I will figure it out. You can trust me on that. But man, what a vicious KO by Jessica Andrade. The mouthpiece was out. Oh my God, what? That is a true one-punch KO. If you can see this, I am not kidding. This is the solution. Wow. What a finish. What a finish. You could still try. I don't think iPhones. Let me just give you a temporary link. Let's see if this is gonna work for iPhones. Till we get to the main event, I will try to. My goodness. What a finish by Jessica Andrade. Welcome home to the strawweight division. Jessica Andrade. True one-punch KO. True one-punch KO, ladies and gentlemen. What a finish. The mouthpiece flew out. I think she's asking for the belts. For the belch, as they would say. My goodness, this Google's authentication bullshit sucks, man. I'm telling you. Salman, yes. Yeah, I will figure it out. I will get back to you. Maybe join the stream next time. I will figure out a link for iPhones. But for Android, you have 100% working link, which I've just shared in the comment section. Let me put that up once more so that all the people who have joined in can actually go and make use of this. If this app is available in your country, please go and download this app. They don't pay me a single rupee. or a single dollar, as you would say, to get this app done. This is not a scam, people. This is 100% legit app which you can use for watching all the pay-per-views for free. The only problem is this app is not available in some countries. That is why. Henry Cejudo in the building, defeating Mighty Mouse Johnson. Valentina Shevchenko, Kamaru Usman in the building. Oh my goodness, they are having a stare down. 15-3 and 13-1. Bullet is keeping it real, as they say. So you should probably go and download this app if it's available and go search for Sony ESPN. After you download the app, you would be able to find that channel and you could watch these fights for free. I am watching it right now on that particular channel for free on my phone, of all things. No television, no nonsense. That's what I'm gonna be working on iPhones pretty soon, because I really want to help all the guys who wanna watch these fights, but they really don't want to pay the $60, or rather I would have to say 60 euros to watch these fights. So I will be working on iPhones. I did get a crack for this week. I installed it. I thought this channel would not pop up, but it did. So Salman, as I promised you, UFC 229, all you need to do is come to the channel and I will give you a solution by then for watching UFC 229 for free. Watch Conor McGregor, watch Khabib Nurmagomedov, go at it for free. If possible, inshallah, maybe we would be able to get that done by that time. But if I cannot give you a verified link, I will give you channels which will be streaming them live. So till then, my only suggestion is maybe download what is called as Kodi, Kodi, and keep it ready. So I might give you some links for Kodi when UFC 229 is upon us. We are all set for the main event, UFC 228, Woodley versus Till. Till makes weight 169 pounds and he says fuck all of you after the weigh-in, because that is how irritating he felt after everybody questioned his ability to make weight. So all the Android users, all you need to do is go download this app, search for this channel. If this app is available, I am not kidding, it will give you all UFC pay-per-views, not just this one. Remember, not just this one, all pay-per-views for free. All you need to do is, once it's working, maybe leave a like, sub to the channel, helps us in growing, keeps it real, and YouTube will be happy. Just to grow the community, not to spread hate, only here to spread some love. UFC's John Anik, Joe Rogan, and Daniel Cormier are in the building discussing the potential fight between Tyron, the Chosen One Woodley, and Darren, the Gorilla Till. It is almost upon us, right here, right now. Co-main event, what a beautiful finish. Jessica Andrade defeating Karolina Kowalkiewicz, one punch KO. Let me quickly take you through what happened right from the undercard. Roberto Sanchez versus Jared Brooks. Jared Brooks getting the decision victory. Irene Aldana also getting a closely fought decision against Lucy Pudilova. That was a great fight, maybe fight of the night. Jim Miller turning back the clock once more, rear naked choke against Alex White, getting him knocked down and going for the finish is what he does best. Then we had Sanchez versus White, which also ended in a decision for Diego Sanchez, the brawler. So he did get it done in his fight, turning back the clock once more. We also had Stewart winning his fight against Charles Bird. Darren Stewart getting the beautiful KO TKO. He was behind, he was knocked down He was close to getting knocked down in his fight, but he got back and got the victory against Charles Byrd. Then we moved on to Jeff Neal versus Frank Camacho. Another beautiful KO. The undercard overdid itself. Beautiful undercard today by all the fighters who fought there. Congratulations to them. And we had Aljamain Sterling against Cody Stamann. Aljamain Sterling getting the first ever knee bar finish in UFC history. Beautifully done, traditional position. I think you should go back and watch this fight. Beautiful work by Aljamain Sterling, but surprise, surprise, this doesn't end here, because we had Carla Esparza, Tatiana Suarez, which was right after this. Tatiana Suarez overwhelming Carla Esparza, the Cookie Monster as they call her, with beautiful punches, beautiful TKO by Tatiana Suarez. Too much for Carla though. That brought us to the main card, which started with Abdul Razak Al Hassan knocking out Nikko Price. Beautiful KO, lot of beautiful KOs in the undercard in the main card today. But for my money, I would probably say this one might get KO or performance of the night. Followed by the next fight, which was a decision between Jimmy Rivera and John Dodson. Rivera getting the unanimous decision victory. Overall strikes outlanding John Dodson for this one. Followed by which we had Zabit Magomed Sharipov getting the second knee bar of the night. To say the least, has never been done before in the UFC, and you get two on the same night. Unconventional position from the back. Gets it done. Zabit destroying Brandon Davis completely in his fight, which led us to the co-main event, which saw Jessica Andrade completely destroying Karolina Kowalkiewicz. One punch KO for the very first time in the strawweight division. Karolina got reckless, but then Jessica dropped that bomb on her. Beautiful overhand right from moving away from the clinch. Gets it done, and while she is out, lands a left hook for good measure to get, in my opinion, the KO of the night. Jessica Andrade and Karolina Kowalkiewicz. That leads us to the main event of the evening, Tyron Woodley versus Darren Till. My goodness, am I pumped right now. So all you guys who are tuning into the stream, don't worry about the mustache, don't worry about the color of the skin. All you need to worry about is where you can watch these fights. The volume unfortunately is only so much, I think. Let us see whether the volume mixer can help me out. Hopefully this should be enough to get it going. Unfortunately, I am working on the mic issue. Some people did point out today that some of you cannot listen to me. So my request is, turn up the volume on your television or your phone or wherever you're watching this. Maybe turn up the volume of that. I think you will be able to hear me. So thank you once again, MMA Knowledge, for pointing that out. Darren Till is entering the octagon, fights out of London, England. And he did make weight, people, 169 pounds for the gorilla. He looked really, really malnourished during the weigh-in. I would not suggest him to go through that weight cut once more. But if he does win this championship, he should probably think of cutting weight in a more efficient manner. He looks much better right now. He looks full. He looks he does not look dehydrated. He looks really good right now. So 2 KOs on the main card. Abdul Razak Al Hassan getting the KO on Nikko Price. Beautiful right hook followed by a left 3-punch combination. Nikko Price is out. That is what begun the main card. Zabit getting a second knee bar today. Knee bars have never led to a finish in UFC history, and today we got 2 finishes, one from Aljamain Sterling and the other one being Zabit Magomed Sharipov against Brandon Davis, getting that done today. 2 knee bars, 2 finishes. That has to be submission of the night. A lot of great performances on the undercard. Darren Till, though, is unbeaten. You have to remember 17 wins and no losses, 1 draw. He has 10 wins by knockout and 83% takedown defense, which is a slightly inflated number. You have to remember these numbers are inflated because Darren Till has not really faced a wrestler. So he looks about 200 pounds right now. He looks hydrated, he looks good, he looks a little tired is all I can observe right now. In case you want to watch these fights once more for the final time, all you need to do is try to find this channel. Download this app and watch the fights for free. No bullshit. This is right in front of you on my mobile phone. Download this app, people. Download this app and get to a channel called as Sony ESPN. So what this app does is basically mimic cable television. So this has similar signals. All you need is a good Wi-Fi connection or a good 4G LTE connection on your phone. You can watch these fights for free every time UFC puts a pay-per-view. Just a way to give back to the community who have helped me reach almost 500 subscribers. So if this works out for you, if you do have this app, go to the Google Play Store, download this app, if this app is available in your country, and watch the fights with me as Tyron Woodley is entering the octagon for his fight against Darren Till. No bullshit, no scamming, keeping it 100% real is what we do always on this channel. So don't worry about anybody getting scammed here. Nobody is gonna. So don't worry about it. And while you download this app, do keep it here. Maybe leave a like. If possible, leave a sub. It will really help the channel out. Once again, thanks to all the listeners of the stream. Tyron Woodley is entering the octagon. He is saying a prayer. He is a very religious man. His name is Tyron Woodley and his nickname is the Chosen One. So if this app does work for you, please do leave a sub, do leave a like, and stick around because we're going to break down fights like no other. We're going to break it down as technically as possible. We just don't give out free apps. We do give out free MMA breakdown as the fights will happen. Who do you think you got in the main event? What is the prediction, people? What is the prediction for the main event? Who you got? You gotta let me know. Is it Tyron Woodley? Is it Darren the Gorilla Till? Is Till gonna be too much for Woodley? Woodley is known to slow down during the later rounds, but he has managed his energy really efficiently. Tyron Woodley is coming out of a shoulder surgery, which is really significant to remember. Darren Till is coming out of a significant weight cut. The second most draining weight cut of his life is what he said. He did not look good during the weigh-ins, but he did make weight, 169 pounds on the button, 1 pound under for Darren the Gorilla Till. Is this going to be the new era? The era of the striker, or is this going to continue as the era of the wrestler? Wrestler versus striker. Who's going to do what? This is going to be really interesting to watch. Tyron is getting up there in age. He's around 34, 35. He is coached by a lot of good people, including Duke Rufus. He has extremely high amounts of power in his hands, and he has defended his belt 4 times. Sorry, this is the 4th defense. Till second round KO with elbow. The big gun is saying it. JD's Hunting and Fishing says Till once more. 6-fight undefeated streak for Mr. Tyron Woodley. 6-fight undefeated. They touch gloves already while Tyron is circling the octagon. My prediction is also gonna be Till. I'm leaning towards Till. I don't know about you guys, but I'm leaning towards Till. So if he made weight, I guess he is serious about this. But my only concern is Is he gonna defend? Is he gonna defend or is he gonna vacate? Tyron is 36 years old compared to Till, who's just 25. 11 years experience for Till, and Till is 6 feet tall. 6 feet tall. Zikakeji. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing your name correctly, sir, but man, I'm pumped. This is what we've been waiting for. Bruce Buffer is pumped with his blue suit and all. Tyron looking peaceful and calm. The only problem could be the shoulder surgery, guys. The only thing which is making me lean towards Till is Tyron Woodley's shoulder surgery, which kept him out of most of the fight against Demian Maia. If you remember, he did knock down Demian Maia but could not follow up with strikes because of his shoulder injury. Has he recovered fully? He looks a little nervous, to be honest. So we got 3-1 bets on Darren Till right now. JD's Hunting and Fishing, Big Gun, and me too, going towards Darren Till. But the big fight experience is definitely in favor of Tyron Woodley. Is he gonna make this title defense number 4, or is this gonna be the dawn of a new era, an era where 25-year-old Darren Till is gonna make history and become only the second champion of the UFC from England, from the United Kingdom? Only one person has done it before. That is obviously one of the GOATs. Michael the Count Bisping was the first guy to do it in 2016 when he knocked out Luke Rockhold. So what is going to be the game plan? Let's quickly go through it. Let's see. Probably the game plan for Till is going to be this. This is
What is the game plan going in against him?
The game plan is you go in there, hit him with some good shit, don't get hit, and come home with a pocket full of cash.
Minus 130 favorite also. You got to notice the favorite here is Darren Till. And if he tries to do that, then Tyron...
Nothing. You'll do nothing. Shut your fucking mouth, you'll do nothing. You'll do fucking nothing. Not one of you'll do.
That's what Tyron Woodley would probably say. And remember, people,
I back. Trust me, I back.
trust me, I'm back. I still have dreams of seeing Anderson Silva versus John Jones. Is that gonna happen in Madison Square Garden against John Jones is what is left in my mind today. 18 wins and 3 losses for Tyron Woodley, with 1 draw against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Tyron is looking a little uncharacteristically nervous. He is breathing heavy. He is shaking his hands. He's losing him up. Tyron Woodley has already defended 3 times. Is this going to be Woodley? Is this going to be Till? We are all set. Southpaw stands for Darren Till. Orthodox stands for Tyron, the chosen one, Woodley. The referee is Dan Murgliata. They touched them up. Gloves are touched. No disrespect here. Let us see whether Woodley goes for the takedowns early, or is Tyron gonna get murked by the gorilla. All set. Round 1. Set your clocks. Here we go. UFC 228. Unorthodox stance. Loose for Tyron Woodley. Gotta be careful of the burst. Gotta be careful. Oh, beautiful knee by Woodley. Wants to go for the takedown. Beautiful defense by Till. Good leg crank. Oh my goodness, the height disparity is real. Extreme height disparity here. Tyron is gonna get whooped. 4-1 Till here on the channel MMA Live. 4-1 in favor of Till as of now. Till doing reasonably okay against the cage. Over under. Till has got the hand control going, but Tyron wants to get that takedown. He has his hands clasped around the back of Till, but Till is really strong, has got a good base, and they're gonna break it up. Dan Murgliata with the quick break up against the cage. uncharacteristic, but Till walking Tyron down. Wants to land that left straight, which he's known for. Very powerful left hand. Tyron has to be careful here. Has to always keep Till guessing. Thank you once again to all the listeners who are tuning in. Maybe leave a like, sub to the channel if you like the breakdown. Till being really cautious. Tyron, though, looks like the more active fighter as of now. Lots of feints, lots of level changes, but not attempted. Till wants to land. Oh, connection almost by Tyron. But Till almost gets caught but moves out of the way. Tyron has to conserve that energy. That high blood pressure is not good for him. Till maybe wants to keep this going late. Could be, but against the cage once more is Tyron Woodley. The pressure of Till might get to him. Till has not thrown a single strike till now. 2 minutes 45 seconds remaining. Till just walks people down. Tyron also wanted to go for that overhand right. Till did not have it. Good one to the body, but Till moves. Oh, good kick to the body by Tyron. Beautifully done. Strong kick. Till would have felt that. Tyron wants a level change. Tyron has to keep this pace. Remember, for 5 rounds, this is a championship fight. So can Tyron keep the pace for 5 rounds is all we need to do. And watch. 2 minutes 15 seconds. It's really interesting why Till is not throwing that much. Till is not throwing that much in the very first round. You will have to sign up for the account, sir. In case you want to have a working GeoTV connection, you would have to sign up for a service. So you'll just have to give your email ID and password, and you should be all set to go in. Oh, good single leg, but does not get the takedown. Tyron Woodley. Ryan Marks, thank you for commenting on the platform. Till again. Oh, with the foot stomp. Old school Tyron Woodley here. My God, whenever I look at Tyron's legs, it reminds me of my ex-girlfriend. The only problem is Tyron's a guy. Man, he looks thick from the lower body. He looks thick from the upper body, but man, he looks thick from the lower body. Man, they are just hugging each other. That's all that's happening right now. Till has to be careful. He has not, or he should not give the leverage advantage to Tyron Woodley. Till trying to reverse position, but reverse back by Tyron. Till gets it back. Till has to disengage. And the referee breaks them up once again. The hugging contest ends. And then you will have to go ahead and hit it up, is what the referee says. Round almost coming to a close. Good punch to the body by Tyron. I think I might give this round to Tyron Woodley. Oh, good left straight. Tyron says, no, no, sir, that did not do anything to me. 10 seconds remaining. I think I might give this round to Tyron Woodley. And the round comes to an end. Woodley won. Till 0. That is how I scored this round. First round in the books. Till just feeling this out. Till has to make sure that Tyron is tired. So this might be a difficult decision for the judges to have. Tyron Woodley has to keep calm here because Tyron knows what power Till carries and Till knows what power Tyron carries. But I'm going to give this first round to Woodley just because of the pressure, the clinches against the cage, almost getting Till down, the punches to the body. So that in my books is enough. Till did not do anything significant except a punch which was blocked by Woodley. So the only problem is, can Woodley keep this up for 5 rounds? That is the only problem. The beautiful Vanessa Hansen doing the ring work. Do not bend, my little lady. I will get goosebumps almost immediately. Darren Till. Getting a lot of advice from his coach. Dan Miragliotta is open to breaking the action up whenever it gets weird. Tyron, though, looking more loose in this round, has to use his kicks. Oh my goodness, Woodley lands. Oh my goodness, that is what is Woodley's power, people. I told you. Oh, Woodley wants to blow that load. Tyron has to be careful. Elbows, 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 elbows. My goodness, Woodley is throwing it all out. He has to be careful he does not blow himself out. Oh, punches by Woodley. Till is almost gone. Oh, Woodley has to be careful here. He does not blow the load off. Woodley, please don't do that. Oh, hammer fist by Woodley. Darren Till is in all sorts of trouble on the ground. How is he alive? I have no clue. Elbow once more. Elbow once more by Woodley. This is going to take a toll. Woodley has to be careful. Till has to figure out a way to get this back to the feet. Tyron Woodley doing okay right now, but not a lot of punches, but he might be tired right now. He has to pass his guard. Tyron Woodley has to think about passing the guard. Elbow by Tyron again. Man, he connected with the same punch that knocked out Josh Koscheck. That low up and overhand right. Right to the chin. Boom, Tyron got him almost out of there. But he has to conserve energy. This round once more in the books of Tyron. Tyron looking to pass the guard, trying to look for a mount. Looks like Till has recovered. Recovered partially. Man, can Till take a shot. Elbow after elbow after elbow. My goodness, how is Till still there in this fight? Tyron still looking to pass, looking to get into mount. Till is aware of that. Woodley gets the mount and almost gives up the back. Moves to side control. Good control by Woodley. Elbow, short elbow to the side. Side control for Woodley. Again, Till in all sorts of trouble. Till in all sorts of trouble. He is the gorilla though. He can come back from these situations. Elbows once more by Woodley. Woodley has to conserve his energy. One more elbow for good measure. One more. Woodley is pouring it on. Till is just in pure survival mode. This is a 10-8 round in my book. If this is not a 10-8 round, I do not know what is. They're not going to give this 10-8. I have no clue what will they give. Lot of pressure once again by Tyron. He might be tired though. I have to imagine. Punches by Woodley. Oh, whoa, that one was clean. Till saying he's still in there. Round 2 is a 10-8 round, in my opinion, in favor of Tyron Woodley. That ducking, boom, overhand, the same one he hit Josh Koscheck with. Real similar one lands on Darren Till. Looks like the champion might be retaining here, people, because he is throwing a lot of punches. Oh, he wants to go for a darce. Wants to go for a darce here. Might be difficult. Oh yes, Tyron Woodley finishes Darren Till. My God, doors. Woodley by submission. Where did that come from? Wow. Man, he got in that darts, man, out of nowhere. Beautiful stuff. Till gets defeated for the very first time. Tyron is emotional here. Whoa, people, Tyron is crying. What a night. He has not submitted anyone in the last 9 years, people. Tyron Woodley by submission. You tell me. You predicted that. 4-1 underdog was Tyron Woodley on this channel. He was plus 100 underdog under the betting odds by everybody. Man, my goodness, what a game plan by Tyron Woodley. Finishes Darren Till, man. What show of respect. I think Till should move up. Boom, that right hand, man. That right hand almost got it done. Wow, what a night of fights, people. Thank you once again for joining into the stream. My goodness, have we got a great night of fights. Al Hassan by viciousness. That's a very difficult dash choke. My goodness, what a finish. If Tyron doesn't get enough respect after this, I don't know what will. I don't know what will, man. He deserves our respect, to say the least. Andrade. What a night, people. What a night of fights. Al Hassan, vicious KO of Nikko Price. Zabit, second knee bar of the day. Second ever in the history of the UFC. Rivera by unanimous decision, beautiful against John Dodson. Andrade by one punch KO in the strawweight division. And Woodley by dash choke. What a night of fights. My goodness. Woodley still humble, still humble. If you still want to watch these fights, go to the links I told you. Go download the app and get it done. Get it done, people. Get it done. Man, what a night of fights. I'll see you guys next for UFC 229. Khabib versus McGregor, people. UFC 228 delivered, and oh my, did it. What viciousness displayed by all the underdogs. Actually displayed a lot of viciousness today. Al Hassan was the underdog in his fight, got the vicious KO, first round finish, right hook followed by left, 3-punch combination. Nikko Price is out, hits his head on his own knees while he goes down. That was a vicious KO. Zabit gets the second only knee bar in UFC history, and guess when was the first one? Today. Aljamain Sterling against Cody Stamann. The first ever knee bar finish in UFC history was by Aljamain Sterling, followed by Zabit Magomedsharipov, who took out a clueless Brandon Davis on his feet, took his back, and cinched in the unconventional knee bar from the bottom position to get it done. Jimmy Rivera getting the better of John Dodson, unanimous decision. Not a really interesting fight, but important for the division nonetheless. Followed by the co-main, Jessica Andrade, displaying true one-punch knockout power with a vicious right hook from hell, which cleaned out the mouthpiece of Karolina Kowalkiewicz. The mouthpiece came out, and while Karolina was going down, another left hook, and walk off from there. It is done. It is dusted. Karolina Kowalkiewicz started crying, which was unfortunate to see. But man, Jessica Andrade is the true one-punch KO power, especially in round 1 against any girl in the strawweight division. So, Rose Namajunas, is she ready to take her? I think she is. Her distance management is better, but Jessica Andrade just goes forward, does not stop, relentless. That brought us. Darce choke for Woodley by submission. Tef Majaye. Darce choke for Woodley by submission. That was the victory. Tyron Woodley has never submitted anybody in the last 9 years. He goes ahead, cinches that Darce, connects with a beautiful right hand, which drops once again. Today was the day of the right hook. Hassan by right hook KO. Andrade by right hook. Woodley gets the knockdown by right hook. Till does not get dropped down that easily, but then gets finished by a submission. Beautifully done by Tyron Woodley. First ever submission in the last 9 years, but nonetheless, started crying. Very emotional day for him. Did not expect him to win like this, to be quite honest, people. I did not expect him to win like this. Once again, thank you to all the listeners who have joined into the stream. Maybe leave a like. Use that app which I told you today to watch UFC fights whenever they stream. Sub to the channel. I will see you guys next week, or probably the week after that, whenever UFC 229 comes around the corner. This has been a great day. I'm signing off. Peace be upon you, my brothers.